Hello Sunshiners, how are you? Welcome to Scorpitarius Tarot 1111. My name is Grace and I am your tarot reader. I hope you find what it is that you've been searching for here on this channel. Okay, Taurus, how are you guys? How are my little bull babies doing? Okay, let's find out. So, Taurus, here's what I have for you. While I was shuffling, I got this very, very stiff sensation where there's this huge sense of stagnancy all throughout your life and your perspective on life and your motivation at the moment. I feel you feeling very stiff and unmotivated. And with that, we jump into Seven of Pentacles upright. In your energy, what I'm sensing is you're embodying this almost page mentality is what I'm seeing, because the way that this person is dressed, they're not dressed like a king, they're not dressed like a queen, they're dressed as a page, you know, your commoner, your typical person. And as a page, I see them observing all of the hard work that they have to put in order to achieve the successes, their goal in mind. So if what your goal in mind is, since you clicked on this video, is achieving love, achieving a healthy, strong bond with another human, then understand that yes, it is going to take a lot of work. And I see you kind of grasping that concept, Taurus. I see you finally opening up your eyes and realizing that if I want love, then I'm gonna have to really, really, really be willing to proceed even in those moments of major emotional pitfalls, even in those moments where all I want to do is just kind of give up and be like, you know what, screw this, I'm gonna sign myself back up on Tinder and just have a bunch of open relationships, whatever may be for you. And in this particular time span, remember that I felt this really strong stagnancy while shuffling for you. The person that you kind of have your eye on, I feel as though you think that they don't even see you as an option, as if like you don't even exist in their shoes, is what I'm projecting very strongly from your perspective. Is I see you admiring the person that you have before you, and that's why I see all of these pentacles. But I don't see you reaching out and starting your game plan with them quite, which is difficult because it is 7. 7 is more of like a stagnant energy until we reach 8, where we really want to kick it up a notch and keep proceeding forward. But let's proceed. We have you as 7 of Pentacles upright, and in your person's energy, they're coming up as a 6 of Wands reverse. So I'm going to flip it up just for the sake of imagery. If you take a look, this is a person who has arrived to basically find themselves beloved and adored and admired by many, many people in the background. You see all those staffs? Think of those as balloons. Think of those as provincial balloons that they had back in the day. And for me, this card is always a Scorpio card too. Why? Because I see this reef up here, and anytime I see some type of circle, it always represents shadow, light, end of a cycle, new beginnings, starting fresh, transformation, so to speak. So again, you're undergoing a huge sense of internal transformation. And in this transformation, Taurus, for you, you're used to being adored. You're used to just kind of putting forth less and attracting more. Okay, so that's what it is. Okay, so you're used to putting forth so much effort, so much time, so much energy, so much intensity in your passions, that if what you do for a living is real estate, I mean, you practically live in your office. You take work home with you. You do the extra thing. You do what is necessary in order for you to achieve this level of success where you're able to just kind of ride in on your high horse and have people around you adore you, admire you. You know, you'll be their inspiration, basically. But Taurus, I see you now in the month of January, entering into February. I see you in this very stagnant mentality of, well, I'm tired. I am so tired. I put forth so much work. I put forth so much energy. I have manifested so much and achieved so much in my life. For me to keep going, I have no motivation because I have already achieved my level of success. I've already achieved what I believed was the impossible. Now what? Now what? So Taurus, moving along, we have the King of Swords upright. I see you battling an internal conflict with yourself, an internal crush, so to speak. King of Swords to me right now is representing, and what's funny is that in your person's energy, we have Ace of Swords reversed. So again, I see that the person whom you are attracted to, the person who made you click on this video, or if you don't have a person, but the idea of going out and reaching someone, the idea of meeting someone new, that temptation, that like beginnings of a relationship where you first try to embark on that new journey and you're super excited, you're super hyped, and you're like, oh, I'm gonna find myself a girl, I'm gonna find myself a guy, I'm gonna find myself the most amazing person, it's gonna be awesome. And that excitement, that drive that you had when you first started, it's faded. It's starting to fade a bit. And at this point, you're getting to the point where you're just so, you want it now. It's almost like I'm feeling this very strong fire energy with this. So it could be a Sag, a Leo, or an Aries that you're wanting, that you're desiring, and who's not giving you the time of day. And it's really starting to get on your last nerve. It's almost like you admire them from a distance, but you don't speak your truth. And here I see you debating and really having this sense of mental anguish because you know that in order for you to proceed forward, you have to take action, you have to communicate, right? You have to extend, you have to be vocal. Hey, I like you, let's go out. Because if I don't, they can't read my mind. But the fact that you are undergoing such an intense cleanse almost of your spirit and your soul and your belief systems could be the beginning of a spiritual awakening for you. If it is, congratulations. And it never ends. It never ends. It is an ongoing process, just like anything else in life. It is an ongoing process. So please, fear not. Fear not to speak out your truth. Fear not to reach out to this person. And if they're not returning your calls, your text messages, your Snapchats, then why on earth are you wasting your time thinking about them, Taurus? Be with the person who wants to be with you. Be with a person who would drive 5 hours to spend 1 hour with you. That person. Now, I do see this coming up more as a secret crush, secret affection. Could also be a Pisces that you're dealing with. In the energy of the person whom you're resonating with, they come up as the Moon card reversed. So again, a very hidden agenda is what I'm picking up from your person's energy. Like, that could be why you're having so much mental anguish at the moment, Taurus, and you're not vocalizing it, is because it seems like every time you extend, anytime that you guys have a wonderful, amazing moment, this is Six of Cups, by the way, upright, it seems like you guys have an amazing time, an amazing connection with one another, and then all of a sudden they just go ghost mode on you. Like, Were we not just on a date yesterday? What? Where did you go, homie? Like, what is going on? So for you, this is only adding to the confusion for you. And for their perspective, I see them trying to find stability within themselves because they do have Four of Cups reversed. So it's almost like they have too much emotional capacity to extend, and they're trying to tone it down a little bit. They're trying to cool it, basically. And the only way they're able to kind of stay level-headed is if they do kind of keep you at an arm's length. Not necessarily because they don't care about you, not necessarily because they don't like you back, Taurus. If anything, I feel as though this person likes you a little too much, and that's why they're having to keep you at an arm's reach, because if they feel as if they pull you in too closely, they're gonna lose their freaking head, and they're gonna become that crazy obsessive, like, oh, I only want you to spend time with me. I don't care if you gotta work. I don't care if you have to go hang out with your friends, your family. No, take me with you. I want to be with you 24/7, 7 days a week, all the time, all the time, all the time. Now, for the people who do not have a person, how this can resonate is basically the sense of transition that you're going through, okay? You're realizing that, yes, I want a person, but likewise, as it's taken me time, dedication, and energy to manifest and build the empire that I have in my physical life, I now have to acknowledge that similar decisions, similar pathway, similar game plan is going to have to basically be set forth and follow through in order for me to find a significant other in my life who is at the same capacity. Now, here, the Four of Cups reverse and the Moon card reverse could be that this is indeed something that you don't want the public knowing. You're secretly trying to find someone in your life to share time with, to have companionship with, but you're not publicly speaking out about it. So if you're hanging out with your friends or your families and you have them over for lunch, you guys are chatting about what's new in your life, you don't mention that you're trying to date. You don't mention that you're trying to find someone. You basically just kind of keep it on the hush-hush, because for you, Taurus, you like being at this stage. You like already people basically in love. What I'm seeing here is this is that moment where both of you announce it on Facebook, and all of your friends and all of your family, they see, oh, Billie Jean now in relationship with so-and-so. That's your Six of Wands moment, where you can feel like, ooh, we got 46 likes. Ooh, we got 60 likes. Ooh, we got 100 likes. People love us, man, you know? That's your Six of Wands moment. And that's what I feel like you want. You want this moment. And you want to enjoy this moment. But you don't want to have to also show your human nature, in the sense of it took a lot to get here. It didn't just happen overnight, even though it may seem like that on social media, even though I'm trying to portray that on social media. It took a really long time, a really hard journey, a really difficult situation before I got to make it Facebook official, so to speak. Okay, so moving forward, last card for you is Two of Swords reverse. So again, I see you really, 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 really admiring one person in particular, Taurus, for the people who this resonates with. The person whom you were thinking about, they think about you too. You may not feel it, but it's almost like, I get the sense that in person, it's amazing. It is the most amazing connection on the planet. It is more amazing than anything you've ever read or seen on the TV or just kind of heard through your friends. It is a type of deep emotional intensity and passion that you have for one another that you can just, almost like you have this telepathy thing going on, because you don't really need to speak you speak so well with one another, you communicate so well with one another, you can basically bond over things that you can't with other people. But at the end of the day, as soon as you part away, that's when that moon card kicks in. That's when the secrecy comes in. That's when the disconnect kicks in. And that's when you start feeling, well, you clearly can't, be that invested in our relationship if you're just disappearing night and day with me. I mean, you in person, I feel it. In person, it's like this pulsating like vibration that you feel all within you. And the minute that you're no longer within this person's reach, the minute that they're no longer, observing you, the minute that you guys are no longer in each other's arms, that's when you start feeling alone. And that's when the mental anguish starts kicking in, and you start saying, okay, well, is it real? What they told me, is it true? Are they really there for me? Are they playing me? Like, what is going on? So, Taurus, take a deep breath. Hug yourself, because you're awesome, and I love you. And remember, Taurus, be with the person you don't have to force in your life. Be with the person who makes you a priority in your life, in their life. Not the person who takes 10 years to text you back. Not the person who, basically blew you off one day and then the next day was begging to be back in your life. Be with the person who consistently tries to be with you, tries to listen, and isn't just the entire time that you guys are with one another on their phone like this. Yeah. Okay. No. The person who sets down their phone doesn't even know where it is, could care less if it's charged, to spend time with you. Thank you so much for watching, Taurus. I love you guys so, so, so much. I hope that you guys have been having a wonderful new year. I hope that this is the best one yet for you all, because you definitely deserve it. Mwah. Be sure to share a little bit of that sunshine energy, because a little goes a long way. Till next time, bye.
Be sending several happy thoughts your way.